I go by Nate G, aka Young Flop, aka Young Flop Stradamus, aka DJ Stank Daddy. So with my background in art, it actually didn't start too long ago. Originally, like, my background is in music. To college for audio engineering and music production. Realized when I got there that's not what I really enjoyed. And it was funny because, so going to Columbia, they would let us mess with the studio. And I always brought my iPad or whatever, I was always sketching. And so got a bunch of goofies over there trying to make trap beats and like rap and stuff. So while I'm there, I'm just like, all right, I'll be in the studio, like work on whatever. But I was always sketching, so people would be like, yo, I need a mixtape cover, album cover, whatever. I'd be like, all right. 100, you know, just like selling on some little cheap side stuff. And like eventually, like, I steered away from music, which I still love and I still do on my own, but I was like, I'm gonna make art, like this is where I'm making money. So I ended up like pursuing art a lot more, and it's a lot easier to manage, especially by myself too. My profession is in like percussion, so I'm a drummer, but you know, I play piano. And when I was in college, I was playing jazz and classical, as well as in high school. So marimba, vibes, anything that you hit with a stick. Yeah, so baseball, I'm good at baseball. It's just, it's the Puerto Rican blood in me. It's funny because at first it was still music inspired. So like, of course, Doom, got like tattoo and everything, like huge Doom fan. When it comes to hip hop, bro, like especially the OGs, it's a combination of everything. You got, you know, your dancers, you got your beat makers, you got your rappers, you got the graffiti artists. So yeah, growing up being inspired by hip hop and just music in general, you kind of are exposed to all that all the time. So I guess musically inspired, you know, Doom, Kanye, a lot of Chicago. I'm real biased for Chicago hip hop. Especially like we're talking about Chicago. I'm a big fan of psychodrama, like, like big fan. Transitioning into art, so I went to Columbia and being exposed to like downtown finer art, I guess. I'm a huge fan of Hebrew Brantley. And then man, more Chicago artists, bro. Like, well, I got the board too. I'm a huge fan of OJ Hayes. He did a lot of Uprise, you know, Chance's merch, things like that. Outside of Chicago artists, I'm a big fan of Ernie Barnes. I'm a big fan of Gorillaz, going back to music. So Jamie Hewlett, Damon Albarn, like Jamie Hewlett, Tank Girl, all those like comics, things like that, like big fan of that. I'm geeking off of Isaiah Rashad's work right now. I would love to do like some OG trap like cover, like some like OG like Project Pat, like like a mixtape cover for like Juicy J, Project Pat, like 3-6, like something that would like go back, because that's the stuff I grew up on. So I'm just like, damn, like I would love to do like an OG mixtape cover. But Madlib, another one, being a huge fan of like his work as well as like his like alter ego, like Quasimodo. Like I love that alter ego aspect when it comes to hip hop, that, you know, same thing with like Mac Miller, like, you know, more modern artists that they could go one route but then switch it up, use a different name and be like, I don't do one thing, like I don't do one style of music, I could go down this route. So I think R.I.P. Mac, but I would work with Mac too. One Piece, because it's spit hot fire. Nah, They're like 1,000+ episodes right now in the manga, but it is worth it. Like, I get so many people that are like, oh, it's too long, this and that. I'm like, if you watch Naruto, if you watch Dragon Ball, like, you're halfway there. You can like start it up. Besides One Piece being number one, Samurai Champloo, New Japanese, like, his beats go so hard at it. It's funny because like when it comes to anything, whether it's like gaming, movies, things like that, the audio, like the soundtrack is what gets me the most. So if you got me like audibly like in tuned, I'll stay. Like, I'll watch the whole thing. I remember like Def Jam Fight for New York, like those games, oh bro. But even like, it's funny because like when it comes to hip hop, like those games were fire. But even before that, like we're talking about like good soundtracks to video games, Banjo-Kazooie, bro. That is like one of my all-time favorite games. The second one though, the first one's decent. The soundtrack to the second one, like every world has like a melody, and when you're going from world to world, it transitions so smoothly. So fire, bro. It's funny because like my ringtone is like one of the levels of there. But yeah, so it'd be One Piece, Samurai Champloo, and right now I'm geeked off Assassination Classroom. Right now, it's pretty fire. It's one of those like shows that you're watching. You're like, every episode, it's kind of like Loki for people who don't watch anime. Like, you're just like, at the end of the episode, you're like, what the heck's happening right now? Like, what is happening? So I enjoy that. I haven't finished it up yet, but I've been watching that the last few days.
So homie he's seen it, but he hasn't held it in his hands yet. So
Woo!
I'm excited to show him. That's your baby right there.
That is the baby. Let's go. Yeah, I'm honored. This is so dope. So Competition Orange, out of the lineup you mentioned, like some of the homies who did previous bags of this one, nobody like really referenced where it's from. And so I don't know if I'm giving away cheat codes or something to like to know where Competition Orange comes from. That it's a Joe Dirt reference. And so that's where he like sees that. He's like, it's a 67 Competition Orange. It's a Hemi, man. What inspired me to like go this route was, yeah, it's like racing car, racing color. So I wanted to do something that had like a racing theme to it, but also like I'm so used to doing characters that I was like, I haven't seen artists that have worked on bags that gave a bag its own character. You know, a lot of people like to throw their character and be like, I worked on this bag, which I could have done, but I think it's cooler to be like, you give me a theme, I'll make a character for you, like do what you want with it. I kind of threw a little reference towards my character, Young Flop. They got the, you know, bunny ears, but it's gonna be the leaf instead. My inspiration comes from that, as well as like, there's a little like hints in there, little like Easter eggs I like to throw. So like hint towards my character, as well as like the P, same as Young Flop, is a question mark. It's just something I always like to like, you know, keep my OG graffiti kind of like signature in there. But yeah, I love bright colors, I love characters, so that's kind of like where all this came from. Eventually I want to like be good enough at all my fields to like do something that incorporates all of it. Maybe not become a well-known artist of my own, but like being adjusted enough to like, or you know, being refined enough to know each one so that I could build a community that works in each field. That's the goal at the end of the day, because you know, coming from my graffiti background, even my character, Young Flop, like he has the question mark for the eye, that's a reference towards my dyslexia. And so everything I kind of make has some sort of reference to just fighting against what the society has told you is like what you're capable of, you know? Some people are like, stick with one thing, you'll be mediocre. If you try to do like a bunch of things at the same time, it's like, dude, I studied jazz, I studied a bunch of music, like I'm a good musician, but also like I'm a good artist. Like and like I don't want anything to stop me. And that's my personal growth, but what I want to bring is that inspiration for others. You know, like I was never good academically when it came to school, so like arts is like where I thrive in. And some people, you know, parents, societies are to tell them like 9 to 5, get that 9 to 5, get your college degree, and that's cool and all. But at the end of the day, like that, if that's not the route you want to go, it doesn't have to be. Like everyone knows what they want. Everyone knows what they, what's in their heart, what's their desire. And my goal is to, you know, just show people that they can do it. One inspiration for that is Tyler, man, Tyler the Creator. Like, he's one of those people that's just like, once he thinks of something, he goes and does it. And like, it could be a flop, it could be dope, it could be, you know, but he did it at the end of the day, you know? So that's something that inspires me a lot, that I'm like, you know what, like, I might not be the best artist, I might not be the best musician. I know I'm not both, but I'm gonna do it until I'm happy, and that's what it is at the end of the day. Just inspiring, just, you know, telling people to pursue their dreams, whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be art. If you're good at math and you want to be in a college, be that, bro. Like, just be happy at the end of the day, man. If this pandemic didn't show us anything, is that your health, your mental health, and your happiness at the end of the day matters first, man. Like, pursue what you want, you know, seek what your heart desires, and like, life is short, bro. Life is real short. So, yeah, that's what I hope through art and music to just inspire people to do, pursue their dreams.